celebrate these artists all around the world. I'm Karina Nebula. I am the Global Director of Arts for the Gift of Chess. And I met this crazy man, Russ, through another equally crazy man, Tunde Anakoya, about a year ago. And when we met, they invited me here. And they asked me if I wanted to be the Global Director of Arts for the Gift of Chess. And I was like, that sounds amazing! Of course I want to do that. What does that entail? And they were like, I don't know, you'll figure it out. And basically, that's what we've done. Since that day, we collectively have come together with a band of other equally insane people and have accomplished incredible things together, celebrating children and chess players and artists all around the world. Some of those accomplishments include walking the entirety of Manhattan, from the George Washington Bridge to the Brooklyn Bridge. That was the second day living in New York City, March 16th, Russ's birthday. And we also won the Guinness Book of World Record for the longest chess tournament for the second time, which was another crazy thing, including going to the United Nations and having 5 of the children from Nigeria come and play and win gold at the United Nations, meeting with the Deputy Secretary General, and it was an amazing experience. For the past year, we've put out a call to artists, and artists from all over the world have submitted their pieces to a Google form online. It's amazing what you can do just by having a dream and believing in it and acting on it and seeing people come together. I will tell infinite stories about these pieces to the camera, and you can watch that after we post-produce it and share that. I won't spend too much time talking about it, but I do want to highlight just a couple of stories here because they're really important. Some of the artists are people who are living in refugee camps and have been fleeing from their families being persecuted or having a belief in something. Some of the artists here are currently in prison, and we, had in part with Tony Ballard, the prison outreach director, have their art submitted to the Gift of Chess. Some of these artists are children who are just living in slum-like conditions, who heard the call to artists through the ambassador program that Russ has put together through so many beautiful people, and they, one by one, have submitted these amazing pieces of artwork. You've seen them, you've fallen in love with them, you might have read some of their stories. There are 5 books floating around that show their artist statements, that show their artwork descriptions, and I'm moved. We also have, and I'm remembering this as I'm speaking, a couple of musical submissions to the form as well. We're gonna do some live performance, but afterward, if you want to stick around, I'll play some of their pieces that they submitted as well. And it's just incredible. I mean, some of these artists, technically speaking, surpass like some of the formally trained artists I went to school with. I could say some of them surpass me, technically speaking, and I'm proud to say that. Being able to see some of the children, like, I don't need to pick favorites because you can't, you're in this room, you see the art, you can't choose. But some of them have really powerful stories, and I just want to highlight them quickly. There's one behind this gentleman's head, 3 children, 14-ish years old, who sculpted their own chess set by mud on the ground and water that they collected in the bottom of a broken shoe. That is 3 children living in an IDP camp, and they are incredibly beautiful. We have some plans to do some amazing things with them soon. This artist, Blessing on the Wall, she's gotten a lot of attention from the show, and I think she deserves it. These pieces are incredible. Funny story, she had her friend, courier the pieces to Boston, and on the way to DC, she met me in Penn Station for 10 minutes before she hopped on the train, and out of breath, I brought them here, and we opened them, and we were like, what? This is what people are submitting to us? Oh my God. I could go on and on. Some of these pieces have been collected. Some of these pieces are, waiting for a new home. Some of my art's on the wall. I'm excited. I'm so grateful, so blessed. This is the first of many things I hope we do collectively together, and we have some music to play tonight too. So I invite you to stick around, mingle, ask questions, read about the pieces on the wall. Make a friend here. I mean, Russ has shared his version of this story, but for me, it's the same. Like, this community has made a big impact in my life. I came here like searching and hoping for friends, and you created a space for that, not just for me, but for so many people. And so, if you ever feel alone, know that this is a safe haven for you. Through art and through chess, and I always say art is the aligned resonant truth. My message is that art heals the earth. When we align with truth, it has the power to really make a difference. We say that it's possible to do great things from a small place, and at the end of this little musical thing, I might even invite you to sing along with us. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to introduce our first musical guest. This is Cass and her friend Ava, and they're performing. You're single, right? You just released a single, or are you performing second? Okay.
Yeah.
You should have just do it. Yeah.
I was really planning to, but I'll do it.
Well, really quickly, I'll just say as well right after, so everyone knows how the format's going to go.
Yeah.
We'll perform a couple songs. We have another beautiful guest, Chad Sarajee, pianist, who's going to play a song as well. His name's Nikolai. I'm going to play a few songs, and at the end, we'll invite everyone to sing along. And then I'll play some of the music that was submitted to us. Does that sound like a plan to everybody? Awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, Russ is going to say a couple of words as well.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I want to say, to put in context, there's one thing so you understand the essence of the show. The show is not for us in the room tonight. The show is for those that are not in the room, that are in small villages and camps and prisons all over the world. They're having their art shown in the heart of Times Square of New York City. I've gotten so many messages saying that this is the best day of their life. So we're here in honor of them, because this is truly an opportunity that is transformative. They can, for the rest of their lives, say that they've shown art in the heart of Times Square, and we gave them that opportunity by all coming together here tonight. And when you give someone else an opportunity, I think the world gets a little bit better. And sometimes when you have the ability to give someone an opportunity, you should, because it'll come back to you. And the more that we find ways to give opportunities to others, I think the more that we'll receive opportunities for ourselves. And the art show is simple. You know, we have people all over the world that create beautiful art, and we happen to be in the greatest city in the world, New York City, right? And people all over the world would give everything to be where we are right now. It's not that they've ever been here, but they believe in something special is happening here. It's in the movies. It's in the songs that we sing. It's in the very essence of us is New York City. You know, my cousin who's here going to perform, she performed in the subways of New York for the very first time. And that's a rite of passage for most great performers, that you perform in the subways of New York City. And she was given $5 for her efforts. So. But tonight, people all over the world will say that they've shown their art in a show in Times Square, New York. And I want to thank Karina for making that possible, and also for those that came out. Without you guys, it truly wouldn't have been a show, but we filled a room with wonderful people tonight. So
we did.
Thank you guys, and I'll hand the mic back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And yes, thank you so much to our volunteers. Eva, we're ready for you.